Okay, so on this World Hearing Day, yes it is, over 500 patients will be provided with free hearing aids courtesy of the Starkey Hearing Foundation. To give us the details on how the foundation is helping to address hearing loss, co-founder Tani Austin, and she brought with her Tarek Ferguson, who is gunning for somebody's job in here this morning, a beneficiary of the foundation, and his aunt, Candice Narcisse. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Good
Tariq,
morning.
what's going on?
I'm fine.
You happy to be here? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm Type Ferguson. I'm 11 years old and I love playing music. It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world.
Is it? What's your favorite kind of music in the whole wide world?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande?
Yes.
But you know easy. Which song?
Too many?
Think about it. And we can ask you again at the end of the interview. But it's amazing to be able to have this conversation with Tarek because Tarek can hear.
Yes.
What I'm saying
Yes, I can.
is the point. Yes, you can. Yes, were you always able to hear?
Yes.
Were you always able to hear?
Auntie is like,
Auntie.
Tanya, it's good to meet you. Tell me a little bit about Starkey.
Well, you know, Starkey Hearing Foundation is our philanthropy arm of Starkey Hearing Technologies. And it's been since 1984. My husband's been actually giving hearing aids to Jamaica since '79. So a long
How
relationship.
did it start? How did the relationship start? I'm curious.
You know, through the Jamaica Deaf School that's here in Kingston.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you know, through our Canadian customers up, they would come down and then help the children here in the school. And
Yeah.
so we've since then, you know, it was just kind of when anybody was coming or doing a vacation, but now then we have a real program with real stakeholders and partners here in the country. You know, with the ENTs and the audiologists, and you know, the
so
Honorable
great.
Mrs. Holiness is
Yes,
running the
Holiness,
Health
yes,
Minister
yes.
is actually putting together the technical part with us for the MOU and the Ear and Hearing National Plan. So it's very formalized now, and we're just so happy to be here because
That's
it's
fantastic.
a lot of need.
1,200 people last year. How do you decide to whom you give the hearing aid?
You know, it's reactive. You know, it's really word of mouth, people telling people. And, you know, just from this very gracious broadcast, you'll be helping thousands, I'm sure, receive the gift of hearing, or at least some of their, they can have normal hearing and not have a hearing loss, you know, or they can have a medical contraindication that we can get them help. So everybody that comes isn't necessarily a hearing aid candidate, but we identify if they're having a problem.
Gotcha. So how did you know, Auntie, that Tariq was having issues with his hearing? How
Okay,
early
well-
were you able to identify?
I think as early as maybe 1 or 2, like when you'd usually expect speech to start. So his speech was really delayed and it was far from clear, you know, it was just muffled. It just sounded like gibberish, really. So we started having concerns about his development because he was actually premature. He was
Okay.
like 2 pounds at birth. So he was in the hospital for a while, and so that impacted, I guess, the development of his hearing.
Right.
And so, but it really just started with the speech.
Okay. Okay. So as you progressed, how did you manage the situation before he was outfitted?
Okay, so he had to have a procedure at the hospital, Bustamante Hospital, I guess to widen his ear canal. I don't know if grommets would be the correct
Right.
term. Right, so that took some time. We had to wait until, I think, the left one. Ideally, I think they would have want for it to come out on its own, but we had to wait to have it removed, and then thereafter, that's when we started to explore amplifiers and
Right.
hearing aids.
Okay. So when did you get your hearing aid, sir?
Well, from Starkey because my grandma noticed about Starkey. She took me there to get my hearing aids.
When was that, Nancy?
2017.
2017.
2017.
So how have the hearing aids changed your life, Tariq? How is life
It
better?
made me hear and made me learn at school.
Where do you go to school now?
Gregory Park Primary School.
Yes. You were at a different school before, but you're now at Gregory Park. And how are things? How are your friends?
They're fine.
And
They're
what do-
at school doing work.
Yeah. And they don't give you a hard time at school, right?
No, sometimes.
Sometimes. Well,
No, we had a hard time in the beginning, but Mr. Williams, the principal, is extremely supportive. So he discussed it in assembly, and
fantastic.
Yeah.
Which is what we need, because kids can be so harsh.
Well, one thing now, everyone's wearing something in their ear.
Right.
Right? All of the Bluetooth, all the telephones,
You're so
the
right.
MP3 players, the iPods. So the hearing aids just kind of look like a communication device, which is exactly
That's
what
what
they
it
are.
is, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep.
So it's
So the
changed
stigma
his
is
life.
actually going away.
Yeah. What kind of difference have you seen in him since he got the hearing aid? I mean,
to
he
be
seems
honest,
really
it was
happy
almost instant because, as I said, the speech was just like gibberish. It was frustrating having a conversation, and it made a difference because, I mean, how do you speak if you can't hear?
Correct.
You know, so it made an instant difference.
Tiny
in
people
how we
don't really
communicated.
understand the kind of
And really,
life you're
his
giving
gibberish
with-
is
yeah.
exactly what he was
What's
hearing,
hearing,
Correct.
right?
exactly.
So then you go ahead and raise that volume up and smooth those frequencies out. Then he starts just repeating what he hears.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we had a little girl yesterday that as soon as we put the hearing aids on her, she was a beautiful 5-year-old, and she just starts singing. And you take them off, she'd stop, put them on, So, to us, it's just giving the family and that child a choice, right, to hear. And it, we work very closely with the Jamaica Association for the Deaf. And so, the people that want to hear and want to try hearing, we're there for them.
Yeah. Tani, where are you based? Where is Starkey?
Minneapolis,
Oh, yeah,
Minnesota.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yes.
Okay. And you'll be here for how long?
We're here just through today.
Just for mission,
and then
and
we're
then-
off to Tanzania. We go to Tanzania.
So this is outreach
It's
that
global.
you do.
We have
Oh,
70 programs in 70 countries.
Yeah.
So we can't be everywhere. That's what's so important about the local team and the local cooperation of the government and everything. Honestly, Jamaica is one of our best countries for cooperation between all of the professions and the government and our program, because they really take it seriously. And I think, Dr. Georgia Beavers, AUD, is here, and she works very hard. And Dr. Channer, ENT. We have the Conference Center of Senior Citizens. So it's all the partnerships that working together. Alone you can't do much.
Together
you
we can do
change
everything.
the world,
Helen
right?
Keller, I know that quote. So amazing, and we just have to thank you for the work that you come and you do here. Medical missions.
It's an
and,
honor.
When we each work together, each one reach one, pull one up. It's a fantastic
Yeah.
experience.
Well,
This
when
young
you
man is
when you
living
see a
example.
young man like Tarek,
Yes.
and I sleep really good at night. I
Oh,
put my
bless
head on the
you.
pillow and I think
Yes.
about him and this little girl, Dominique, that we saw yesterday. And we do over 100,000 a year.
Yeah. I
And
mean, we've
so-
all seen the videos online of kids when they can first hear and what it does to their whole
It is
being.
instant.
It is
It's
instant. So,
life-changing.
Tarek, you feel happy now?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. We can't go whisper on there about Tarek. Tarek is like, what she said? You figured out your favorite Ariana Grande song, eh? Because we have to go now.
One last time.
Oh, well, yes. Can you sing a line?
Yes.
Let me hear it.
One last time, I need to breathe. Don't let I taste you home.
Pitch perfect. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, folks.
so welcome.
Appreciate it. Co-founder of Starkey Hearing Foundation, Tani Austin, here with beneficiaries. You guys are going to be with Tarek Ferguson and his aunt, Candice Narcisse. What a great story. Oh, Tarek, listen. Turn it up, guys. Oh, one more. Yes. Come on, sing it, Tarek. Yes. Oh, I love this. Oh, we'll be right back. Soon come, guys. Come on, sing it, Tarek. Your song. Yes.
Yes.